Hi, folks. Brian Pate here from the Pate Realty Group in Raleigh, North Carolina. And today we want to talk a little bit about supply and demand in the real estate marketplace. For those of you that have known me, I'm a statistics guy and have been for a long time. And basically, today we're going to talk a little bit about supply and demand in the real estate business because a lot of folks have been asking us, are the prices going to continue to go up like they have in the past? And the answer quite simply is yes. As long as there are more purchasers in the market than there are available homes for them to buy, we're going to continue to see prices go up. Here in the Triangle area in Raleigh-Durham, we are seeing homes that are underneath 300,000 selling very quickly. The median time on the market is only 4 days for those properties, and in general, they're selling between 99 and 99.5% of the list price once it gets priced correctly. There are some sellers that are making the mistake of overpricing their home, and that is, of course, causing a problem. But basically, the definition of supply and demand is the amount of a commodity product or service that's available and the desire for buyers to buy it, considered as factors that regulate its price. So that's what the definition of it is. Basically, what happens is when demand exceeds supply, prices go up. And of course, when supply is higher than demand, it goes down. And that's what we've all talked about. If you remember the government and economics classes that we used to teach back in the 80s and 90s, that's what we always talked about when referencing. So, for example, for this year, in the United States, and these are national numbers for you right here, the demand actually went up 4.5%, for example, in the month of January of 2018, while the supply actually reduced by 9.5%. And we've seen that pretty consistently over the last 3 to 4 years, especially here in the Triangle. Well, the month of June 2018 changed that trend. The demand went up by only 0.2%, but for the first time in a long time, supply actually went up. And it was a first year-over-year increase in 3 years that we've seen. And that's going to make a significant difference as to whether the buyers have choices. So we've talked about in previous blogs and in previous speaking engagements, I've talked about the bell curve of real estate. It's very difficult to anticipate the top or the bottom of prices in the real estate market. You don't know that you've hit them until they've already passed. So if you're considering it to be a bell curve, when you're at the top of the bell curve, you've got to begin to get a little bit aggressive with your price. Where sellers in the $300,000 range, let's say the house is worth $303,000, whereas 6 months ago we probably would have priced it at $310 and negotiated down. We're better off right now pricing it at $300 and potentially negotiating up. That's the better part of valor, and we've done that successfully on a few of our listings lately. We had one that was listed at $325, where the value is probably between $328 and $329, and it actually sold at $335, and we'll be able to make that appraise with the comparables in the area. So that's what we've got to look at. So it's important to know that even though it's a modest year-over-year rise in inventory, the current level is far from what's needed in order to satisfy the demand needs. And it also remains to be seen if this increase, it is a very modest increase, and we don't know if it'll stick. Considering how robust the economy is right now, will that bring more interested buyers into the market? And also what happens with new construction as they continue to build and build. So the bottom line is this: the reason that home prices are still rising is that there are still a lot of purchasers that are looking to buy, but there are few homeowners ready to sell. And here in the Triangle market, about 1 out of every 3 homes is actually new construction, and most of those are selling as pre-sales, and it can take between 90 and 120 days in many cases minimum for those to be built. So the imbalance is the reason that the prices will remain on the uptick. So as we've always told you, if you're thinking about selling your home, buying a home, or investing in real estate, we ask you to give us a call here at the Pate Realty Group at 919-669-4575, or you can visit us on our website at www.paterealty.com. That's Pate spelled like the French pâté, Realty, Realty. Remember, there's no I in Realty, or it would become reality, and that's certainly not it. So go to paterealty.com, click on contacts, and let's get the ball rolling for you today. Thanks so much for joining us. Hope you have a great day.